Welcome to Everything in Between.
We're a mother
and daughter
with a lot to say about, well,
everything. I'm Braylon.
And I'm Lynn. And this is your show for perspective, real talk,
and feeling less alone in the chaos.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing good.
Why are we laughing?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's Monday. You said, hey, funny.
Oh, I did?
That made me laugh.
Do you want to redo it?
No, it's fine.
I feel like we're always doing Monday recordings now.
Yeah, we've had a lot of Mondays.
And when I listen to them, we're always talking about, is it Monday energy?
Yeah.
But how is your energy today?
My energy's good. I thought it was going to be like a bad Monday because I had like a lot of meetings and things back to back. And so sometimes that stresses me out. But my first engagement of the day went really well. So then that kind of set the tone for the rest of the day.
That does.
So
do you remember when I had a day like a few months ago, and then we had an episode that day, and like everything was off. Mm-hmm. Like I was almost missing meetings and jumping on late, and then
those are the worst.
My head, I couldn't get it back. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's the worst.
So it is nice when you have a good one.
Yeah,
right away in the morning.
Yeah, it set the tone for like the day being good.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I don't do a ton of meetings on Monday. I think for that reason.
I'm not super strict about it. Mm-hmm. I just will adjust like what tasks I'm doing. But it seems to me like I will have a whole really busy week, and then I'll have a week of no meetings, and then like the next week I have like 3 meetings every day, and so it kind of fluctuates around. And I'd be sad if it was meeting weeks all the time.
Yeah, your life's starting to sound a little bit like mine.
Yeah. Like even a little 20-minute call, if I have like 3 of those a day, I'm like, ugh. But then I get on them and they're fine. It just is a different mentality.
It's the thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sometimes when I don't have any meetings, I'm like, oh boy, am I going to get anything done today? Because there's no like pressure to get your work done when you have the whole day.
In between.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. I feel like we could talk about time management on every episode.
We have, but yeah, we could.
Probably.
What about you? Where's your energy?
I don't know. I look at my day the night before and I was like, oh, this is like a perfect Monday, which I've orchestrated. It's not by accident.
Yeah.
So I have a block from 9 to 11 that is never any, it's my time.
Yeah.
So it's my time block. I know if I'm feeling pressured on the weekend, I'm like, what is there that can't be done between 9 and 11?
Oh, that's good.
So it's sort of my rescue block of whatever needs to get done. Then I can feel good about that. And then I usually have a personal appointment, a self-care in there somewhere because I just stick them in there. And I might have a few little calls, but they're short. And then I come in and I meet with you, which I love.
Yeah, we do have fun Mondays.
Yeah,
that makes
we usually grab a lunch and then we do a podcast. It's good.
It is good.
I still have like 5 little Zooms though, which feels like a late day to me.
After this?
No, throughout the day.
Oh,
they were little.
Okay, I was worried for
they were
a
little.
second. Yeah.
So that's our energy check-in.
Nice.
Welcome. I'm Lynn.
I'm Braylon.
And this is Everything in Between. Today we're going to talk about our bodies
Changing.
In between.
It's like
Did you get the in between thing? Though?
Yeah,
Did you
in
see
between.
what we did there?
Yeah. It's like that, your changing body, those presentations they make girls go to
when you get in
like
fifth
in 4th
grade.
Yeah. That's what we're going to talk about.
So
but
we're going to call
they
it?
need new versions of those. They need like a 30-year-old one and like a 45-year-old one and like a like a second puberty at 30, like a perimenopause and menopause, birth, like pregnancy.
Right.
Someone needs to make a series of your changing body.
Okay.
They could make it really funny too. It could be like a ha-ha on the period one. Mm-hmm. That would be a good idea.
I feel like dudes have less changing than we do. Like they have some with puberty. That's pretty drastic.
I think it may be more, but it's pretty drastic.
We don't know anything about that, so we're not going to talk about that.
No.
But there are many iterations.
A second period? A second puberty, I mean.
Oh, a second period. They don't even get a first period.
I mean a second puberty. And they don't have perimenopause or menopause or any of that.
Right.
Yeah.
We talk about them sometimes having like midlife crises.
Yeah, but that's not their body.
Sometimes
they do
do
have like testosterone issues when they're older. That can be a change that they go through. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit similar.
Yeah, they can talk about that on a different podcast.
Of course. Yeah, we don't know what we're talking about.
So there's a few.
Yeah.
For women. Mm-hmm. And I think that I was taught that you have one. Like, I remember thinking, as a girl growing up. It's like, well, your period starts. I had a little checklist till I was done with all the things.
Oh, okay.
You know, it was weird stuff like shaving your legs and your period starts.
Puberty.
And like, I forget, there were other things in there. You get boobs, all those things, right?
Your armpits start
and then I was like,
smelling
and now we're
bad.
done.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And I think that's what I thought. I'm like, oh, you're like a child, and then you become a woman, and then you're good.
Yeah, no.
And I was not prepared.
No.
Which is kind of what they tell you in 5th grade. They're like, change is coming.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And they don't tell you how many iterations of that change are coming.
I feel like there's a big thing that a lot of people talk about right now, especially like my friends, because I'm friends with a lot of people, a lot of girls like in their late 20s, is like the whole second period, like where your body, when you hit 30, totally changes.
Puberty?
And like restructures.
Yeah.
As a
You're
woman.
calling second period though?
Second puberty. Sorry, I just keep misspeaking.
I got
Second
it.
puberty.
Yeah.
Whereas a woman, you hit 30 or around there,
Yep.
and your body kind of starts shifting and changing, and things are not the same as they were. Or maybe your hair changes, or you start getting acne again.
I got acne when I was 30. And I was like, what's happening?
Yes.
And I didn't do anything different.
No. But I feel like my body went through a huge shift when I turned 30.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, it was hard to adjust to at first.
Yeah. It's very
now
hard.
I'm adjusted to it,
especially
which is good.
when you don't.
Nobody
somehow you're
preps
not
you.
prepared.
No.
And you don't necessarily. It's not obvious that everybody's going through that.
No.
Because you don't know what anybody's journey is.
Yeah.
And so it's not something that you talk about.
No. But people are talking about this more. It's becoming more of like a thing, thankfully. Mm-hmm. And then at work, a lot of people are talking about perimenopause.
Wow.
Which is coming earlier and earlier now, like late 30s. People are getting
kidding
perimenopausal
me.
symptoms. Yes.
Wow.
I mean, no, I'm not kidding you. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because it was always like you had your period came and then it stops, and these are your two things.
Yeah.
And in between, maybe you have babies.
Yeah.
But no one really said there's all these iterations for your body and all the changes that are happening. Mm-hmm. And I think that there is probably chemical changes too.
Yeah.
In the food that we're eating and all of that.
Yeah, that's
so that
and even the clothes.
these things are changing.
Their laundry detergent, like all that stuff is hormone disruptive.
Right. So now we're living like with hormone disruption is good.
Yeah.
A good way to put it. Because I think it used to be a lot cleaner. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I guess I could, my mom would probably not remember.
Yeah. Do you remember like perimenopause? I remember when you hit menopause and you started getting heat flashes.
Yeah. So the peri and the regular, I honestly cruised into that, not really even realizing what it was happening.
Yeah.
And I just thought that menopause was like people crying a lot and being moody and throwing things. And I didn't really experience big mood shifts.
Yeah.
And I did have more anxiety. And I remember and I gained a little weight in there, like in my 50s.
And hot flashes.
Holy shit, my 50s
and
is when the weight
disturbances.
Came. Yes, but when you own a business, you have a lot of that anyway. Yeah. So sometimes it's hard to know like what's happening. Mm-hmm. And I didn't have like a network of women around me that I was like, is this happening to you? Is this happening to you? Like I was working with not my peers because they were my employees, and I really didn't have anyone my age around. My sister and I don't really talk about that. Mm-hmm. My best friend had a hysterectomy early on, so she went through it in a different way.
Yeah.
So I still don't even really know like what makes it that you're in perimenopause.
Yeah.
I do remember the heat flashes and my ears would get bright red.
Yeah.
My body isn't regulated all the time on temperature.
Heat, yeah.
It's like it goes up and down real fast. Mm-hmm. I'll be sitting somewhere and I'm like, by the way, for reference, I'm 63 and you are
33.
Okay. So my body temperature will like go up and I'll be hot and I'll shed my coat and then I'm cold.
Yeah.
So it's still not completely fully regulated.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I don't even know for sure what age I became menopausal.
Yeah.
Which means you haven't had a period for a year. Yeah. That's how they define it.
That's crazy.
Medically.
That's wild.
Yeah. But no preparation.
Yeah.
I just cruised in there blind. Just with hearing little stories.
Well, you know how the millennials are.
Yeah, you all know everything.
We have all the information.
So you're all going into perimenopause now at 38.
Yeah. Some people.
So what are they experiencing?
It hits the ADHD women way harder.
Oh no.
So like massive brain fog, sleeping issues, temperature regulation, mood, kind of like all of that stuff starts to hit.
Actually, just
and then like super irregular periods, like all over the
like
place.
Being a woman.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm not diminishing it, but a lot of those things are just depends what your life is like.
All increasing kind of all at once, getting worse.
That's probably really true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and getting really intense. And then, if you're getting into your 40s, that's the time frame when a lot of people are getting in what they feel sandwiched.
Yeah.
Because their parents sometimes start to need assistance.
Yeah.
And their kids are getting to a higher needs area, maybe high school or hitting college, and they're like, why is nobody regulated except for me, and nobody has any money except for me, and and everybody's calling me from both sides.
Yeah.
And you just feel pulled.
That's funny.
Yeah. I felt that in probably, I'm 30 years older than you. So when you were in college-ish, I would have been late 40s, early 50s, feeling pretty sandwiched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody needs something from you.
Yeah, because my parents got kind of high need in there a little bit.
Yeah.
I was always flying to Kansas for something.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, you talked about like weight gain. What was that like?
It's up and down. It was up and down. And I never knew for sure why. My weight has fluctuated easily 50 pounds in my adult life.
That's
up
a
and
lot.
Down. 50 pounds up and then back down. And then more recently up again.
Yeah.
And it's just shocking because I looked at myself as an athlete. I was an athlete.
Yeah.
And I was always really fit, and I could move around well, and I could pretty much eat what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And then later my body was like, no, you can't anymore eat whatever you want and be the same. And then there's stress. I think for me, stress played a huge role in the weight gain too.
Running a business is like one where you have a lot of employees and stuff. Like that's scary.
Yeah.
That's stressful.
Yeah. But I remember looking in the mirror and thinking, who are you? Did you ever do that?
No.
Who is the person looking back at me?
I always feel it might not recognize the body, but I always like recognize the soul.
Wow.
If that makes sense.
That's so good.
So I always look like I feel like me in the mirror. But
that's great.
I gained a lot of weight when I hit 30.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided, I had this weird thing happen where you ever look at a picture of yourself from a while ago?
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, damn, I looked good.
Yeah.
But during that time, you didn't think you looked good.
Right.
It's like hindsight is 2020. So I had this revelation of like, if in 5 years, I'm going to look at a picture of myself today and go, wow, she looks good. Why can't I just tap into that now?
I do remember you going through this shift with your body and when you turned 30-ish and thinking how well you were doing.
I kind of just realized like, I'm always going to, the 5-year ahead version of me is always going to think I look good. So why don't I just try to tap into that version now? And I feel like it's really helpful, especially now in pregnancy, because everything's just expanding and growing and getting larger.
Would you say you felt like Large Marge today?
Like Large Marge. And I think it would suck to have to do all of this body, like realignment of my perspective on my body while you're pregnant, because then that's like doing a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
So I was almost thankful that it happened before, because I was able to get to this point where I was like, even though I am like 50 pounds heavier than I'd ever been in my life, I was very happy with what I saw in the mirror. Like I still thought I looked really cute, and I didn't want to be mean to myself. And even sometimes I think about like, yeah, it would be nice to be thinner, but then I'm like, where does that thought even come from?
Where does that come from?
I mean, I grew up in the 90s. It was like all the, like heroin movie stars, like Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie, like they were rail thin. So that was just our, like who we looked at and who was inspiring to us, which is now totally coming back in style. But I don't want to like dislike any version of myself.
Right.
So if I'm like sitting here wishing I'm skinnier, doesn't that kind of mean I'm not liking the version that I am right now? And then that just felt icky. So even like if at some point I do get thinner, I don't think I'll ever be like, oh, I was so fat back then.
I don't
Because
think you will
that's
be.
just not nice to the version. You want to be nice to all my versions.
And it comes down to like a lot of how you feel.
Yeah.
Like there is the mirror, and that is a thing, and we are onslaughted with people
Well,
that
and
are
social media
Yes.
makes it harder. Pictures, videos.
Of course. But for me, in the times where I had extra weight, I just didn't feel like myself.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my thing. That's why I would look and go, who is that? Because I'd always been able to really move well. And I remember I was, your sister's house, there's these little steps, but they're like long.
Yeah.
And they're not very high. And I remember standing there and thinking, I should be able to stand here and jump up to that. Because it's like 4 or 5 inches. And I was standing there, I was like, I don't think I can do that.
Just jump from one to the other.
Yeah. I just didn't feel like I had the mobility
Interesting.
to do that. And then I realized like jumping was something that I used to do because I played basketball and volleyball and tennis. And then I realized like, I don't jump anymore.
Interesting.
And so then I was like scared to jump. So sometimes it's just about like your body feeling different.
Like you don't feel like yourself.
Yeah. And when you carry more weight, then you just feel heavier. Especially, I have a fairly small frame. So you pack another 50 pounds on.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of pressure on like knees and ankles and joints. And so then everything starts hurting.
Yeah.
And then, so I made a goal to like start jumping.
Oh, what are you doing for jumping?
I just jump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I'll just stand
You're not
in
like jump roping or anything?
No, I could, but like, I'm like, okay. And I'll like stand there and like swing my arms like you do and like really try to jump.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like I'm really jumping. And then I'll ask your dad, like,
and he was like, you went this high.
You can't like this far. I'm like, okay, well.
That's pretty funny.
But it's just how you feel.
Yeah.
And I think, yes, there is the look, but I'm like, what if he didn't have mirrors?
Yeah.
Then how would you determine when you needed to pay attention to weight for health reasons?
Have you ever heard people say like we shouldn't have mirrors? Like back in the day, the only time you would see a reflection was like in a river.
Yes.
Or like a lake.
Did you know the Amish people don't have mirrors?
Wow.
Which, remember, that's my heritage.
Yeah.
They don't take pictures of themselves. So if you ever get a picture of them, you're like, we have a really good one of my great grandfather with a long beard and he's smiling right into the camera. And everyone's like, how'd they get that picture?
Yeah.
It's like, he probably knew. He was a little quirky and funny. But they don't have mirrors.
Interesting.
Right?
Because I think it does like make you we're looking at our faces and our bodies way too much.
All the time.
Way too close up. Way too. It's like when you get those mirrors that like zoom and you're all of a sudden you're looking at all the pores on your face.
Yeah.
And you're like, I shouldn't be doing this. Like this is not
good.
I'm just seeing problems, but it's not problems. Nobody else is looking at your face that close. My hairstylist will always say like, nobody is looking at your hair as closely as you are.
Oh my gosh.
You're looking at it too closely.
Right.
You like it. You don't need to do that.
So
it's fine.
My best friend was just telling me on the phone that she was telling a friend of hers that I had used Zepbound and that's how I got the last 50 pounds off. 50? Yes. No. Sorry, 35.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And so she showed her a picture of the two of us together recently. And then her friend was like, well, what did she look like, before? And so she went back in her pictures and found at your sister's wedding, which was a week before I started. And she said she didn't even realize until she held the two next to each other how different my body looked. And she said, I never saw you that way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, I did. Like I totally looked in the mirror and it's like, who the hell is that?
Yeah.
Looking back at me. You guys would even be like, oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess maybe you're just kind of squished, mom. Like,
yeah. We're looking at ourselves like way harder than anybody else is.
Yeah. Cause I'm looking at that, 130-pound gal that was married at age 20.
I mean, why do we always want to go back to like the high school, college? Why is that such a thing?
Oh, that is a great question. We must have thought that was us at our best.
At our peak.
Yeah, like you're climbing up.
But it's always like, oh, I want to get back to my high school or my college weight. Which is funny because you're not even a full-grown person.
I know. Your brain's not developed.
You're like half a grown person.
Right. It's true. And then you have these reunions. By the way, I have my, I don't know what number it is. I graduated in 82, 45. 45th anniversary coming up. No, reunion.
Are you going?
I think it's too close to when your baby's born.
Oh.
I don't know. It's when something's happening.
Funny.
But it would be fun. But that causes a lot of trauma for people. And there's been many movies and TV shows about class reunions because everyone thinks that they were at their peak.
Yeah.
But then I don't know, what's kind of funny is everybody equalizes.
Yeah.
Like when you're a teenager, there's, at least when I was growing up in the 70s, there's this huge difference between kids who look good as teens and kids who look terrible as teens.
Yeah.
And kids who have sort of, the popular ones that find a way to be good looking, and then the ones that are just super awkward, and there's acne and big glasses and all the other things happening, and their body's weird, and they're not going to be popular. Out. And then you look at them when they're all 40 and like they all look the same.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
That is interesting.
Yeah. Because I remember seeing, like, I was friends with these really dorky boys in high school, and a couple of them had crushes on me, and I was like, no. But now I see them, and I'm like, oh, you just look like a normal guy.
Yeah.
You were a total, what they would call a loser, I suppose, in high school. Although I was friends with them. But, yeah, I don't know why we go to that.
It's so interesting.
I think our underdeveloped brain tells us that we are at a really great point when we're in high school.
Well, if I look at a picture of myself in high school, I'm like, you're a child.
Yeah, you look like a baby.
Why would I want to look like that again? Like, I literally look like a child.
I don't know, because you would look at people that look 33 and think they look like ladies.
Yeah.
They
look old.
I don't want to be a lady.
Yeah.
Has anybody call you lady?
No, but ma'am, I've gone ma'am.
Ma'am is the first time someone called me ma'am. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
I hated that.
Yeah. It's always a teenager too. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
I guess that's me now.
I don't know. One of your grandmas tells this story of where I was asking her what she was going to wear to your wedding. And she is very attractive and well kept.
Yeah.
And she said, well groomed. I don't mean well kept. Anyway, she said, it doesn't matter. I said, what do you mean? She goes, people look at me. They are not going to see a dress. They're just going to see, there's an old lady.
Oh.
And I said, Karen, really? And she goes, no, that's all they're going to see. And she walked it through each decade, where it's like you see an attractive person when they're teens, and then when they're in their 20s, you see someone with like beautiful hair or whatever. And I don't know. She went all the way through the whole thing. You'll have to ask her. She's coming this weekend.
That's funny.
If she still has that philosophy. All I see, they don't see anything. They just see an old lady.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel that way sometimes.
Are you?
Yeah, but I don't have any fucks to give about it.
Yeah. That's the nice thing about getting older. You have less fucks to give.
Yeah, if you had to get old and cared about all the things you care about when you're young, that would be terrible.
That would not be fun.
Yeah.
No.
So I don't know. I was so impressed with how you managed your self-image in watching your body transition.
Yeah, it was a lot.
In your 30s. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like out of nowhere.
Right.
Like I was pretty thin for my wedding, which wasn't that long ago.
You were very thin for your wedding.
Yeah, I could not even fit even close into my dress if I tried.
One leg in your dress.
Maybe. Yeah. And yeah, it's interesting.
Did it ever cause you any level of sadness?
Yeah, for sure. I think at first, because it like happened gradually, so then you don't notice until one day you're like, oh,
I don't fit that size anymore.
I can't wear that stuff anymore. Like you save a pair of shorts, and the next summer comes around, you try to put those shorts on, and you're like,
oh, that's
what happened?
I hate that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think at first, but then I kind of had this thing where I was like, well, I kind of have two options here. I can decide that I hate myself and I hate the way I look, and I can just be all bummy and upset about this and frustrated, or I can just accept that this is reality. And, you know, I like eating ice cream and drinking beer, and I don't want to be somebody that goes to the gym all the time and just be happy, you know, with the way that I look. But now it's like I have reverse body dysmorphia.
Wow, no, what is it?
Like I look in the mirror and I like think I'm so cute, and then I see a picture of myself and I'm like, who is that? Like, what is going on?
That is not how I see myself.
It's the opposite. I like look in the mirror and I think I'm so cute and tiny, and then I hold up a pair of my shorts and I'm like, oh my God, these are mine.
I've done that before.
Whoa.
You tilt the mirror a little bit.
Yeah,
so
you're like,
really
"What's
good.
these?"
You change the angle, suck in your belly, and then you hold up your pants and you're like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
That's not
I'll
aligned.
look at stores even and I'm like, an extra small. It's like 6 inches across. I'm like, who is wearing this? Like some people are.
People who aren't eating.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's like a lot of brain work on, you know. I don't want to be miserable with myself and like thinking that I look poopy. And so this is reality check. I look like this.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in denial.
Right.
And I might as well, I don't want to be mean to myself either.
I think you look really cute.
Thanks. Me too.
Yeah.
You know, I might look back on pictures 5 years now and be like, well, that was different. But I'm not going to be mean.
Some people aren't even going to notice.
Yeah.
They're going to say, oh, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
That is interesting. I wonder if it's just people that have been around you a lot. Because I feel like I always notice when people lose a little weight. Don't comment on it.
I remember.
But I tend to be like, oh, they must be doing something different. You know, just like thinking in my head.
Yeah. I thought we'd talk a little bit about the weight loss drugs.
Yeah.
Because of my experience.
They're all the rage right now.
It's a
Seems
lot.
like everyone you know is on it.
Does it? Is that what you're hearing?
Well, and like celebrities, like famous people, like even on people like Meghan Trainor, who got scolded because she was so body positivity for so long. She was always a little chunky. And then she went on Ozempic and she has like skinny face. You know how they get the sunken face? And she's talking all about how being skinny is the greatest thing ever. And people are like, well, you kind of switched up there. Yeah. So
positive body.
Yeah.
Body. Yeah, I mean, my first introduction to Ozempic was a couple friends of mine that went on. And
boys,
they just,
right?
Yeah, they were the boys, and they went on without really a doctor's order, and they just started with like the top dose. And they came on a trip with us, and they were like nauseous all the time, and they couldn't eat like. You think I don't eat full meals sometimes, but like it was ridiculous what they would eat, and then they'd be all queasy, and I was like, holy smokes, that doesn't look like any fun at all.
Yeah.
And so I really kind of put it out of my mind because I had thought, oh, maybe I'll check that out.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I was doing activities. I eat fairly healthy. I just didn't want to limit myself to the point where it wasn't sustainable.
Yeah.
So I could always limit my eating.
Yeah, you were doing all this stuff and the scale wasn't budging.
Yeah, I could do all that to a point where you can lose a bunch of weight, but then it's like, is that how I want to eat the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Think about every beer you're going to have. Think about every ice cream, stress over that. Like, I don't like that relationship with food.
No.
At all. I like the idea of eating when you're hungry and all of
Stopping
that. But
when you're full.
something has gone wrong with the hormone that tells us that we're full.
Yeah.
And there's another hormone they call the food noise hormone.
Yeah.
That makes eating look attractive when you're not actually hungry.
Yeah.
So you think about food when you're not hungry.
Yeah.
And our bodies aren't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
So it's
probably all the microplastics.
Whatever it is, it's definitely out of kilter and it's causing all kinds of diseases and problems, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of weight related diseases. So I became pre-diabetic. So I
Yeah.
to check my sugar and it's like, oh, hold on. This is now not about what size of pants I'm wearing.
Yeah.
And I was worried about that. My cholesterol was getting right at that point.
And you were eating good.
Doing my best, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so my doctor said, well, you could go on hormone replacement because you're menopausal.
Which you're like, no thanks.
And that might help with the weight. And I was like, my only other symptom is hot flashes. I can deal.
Yeah.
And this actually felt more, less invasive than HRT.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a big deal.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I really wasn't solving any other problem. I said, if the weight is the only problem, then why don't we just do the one that works for that?
Yeah.
And so I did and have lost 35 pounds very gradually. Some people didn't even notice.
You're at a very small dose too.
Very small, microdosing, Zepbound, not Ozempic. I'm not a hater of either one, but just regulation with a doctor makes a lot more sense. So my weight loss was like 2 to 3 pounds a month.
Yeah.
That's really slow.
That's normal.
And I remember being like 15 pounds down and I just was waiting for you guys to say something.
And we didn't.
No, I don't even think you noticed.
Yeah.
And half the time Dad would I'd be like, I lost 15. He'd be like, oh, okay. I'm like, well,
again, nobody's
nobody
looking at you
cares.
as much as you are.
Yeah.
You're looking at yourself every day.
Right.
Yeah.
But I started feeling better.
Yeah.
And my claim to it is also like joint pain and just achiness.
Inflammation, right?
Yeah. And I didn't know. I thought, well, I have less weight on my bones. And so then I'm going to feel better. I'm going to move a little better. And that is all true. Like I started playing pickleball. And as I lost weight, I got much more agile and fast on the court.
Yeah.
And it just felt good because I used to play tennis.
Yeah.
So it felt like teenage Lynn.
That's fun.
Yeah. And it's really fun. And I just felt lighter, you know. And then I was talking to my doctor and she said, well, actually, we're hearing a lot of people. She said, do you have less joint pain? I said, I have zero.
Which you were always had a ton of joint pain.
Always achy, like right in the car and like the stretching and my hips and nothing. And so that's another benefit apparently that some people see.
Interesting.
And then my blood sugar's down. I'm no longer pre-diabetic.
Well, yeah, because they started it as a drug for diabetics, right?
Yes. But you have to actually be diabetic to get prescribed.
Oh.
Which is a little silly.
Yeah.
You can't be pre-diabetic.
You should be able to.
Yeah. So it's like, eat all the sugar, get your blood sugar up there, then you'll get the Zepbound on the
insurance.
It's so dumb. There's nothing preventative about that.
Yeah.
So, but the cost has come down. It used to be $1,000 like a month for people. So it was very unreachable. So now they're making it more reachable.
Nice.
And they're having all these things. But yeah, I know like Oprah and Meghan Trainor, and then everybody has to comment.
And Lizzo. Like people that were historically known for being body positive.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being body positive no matter what you weigh.
Yeah.
You don't have to only be body positive if you're overweight.
That's where I think people go wrong is they'll like shit talk the previous version of themselves that weighed more. And it's like, I don't want to be mean to any version of myself. Like, I don't want to talk bad about any past version of myself, you know?
Why do you think that you're able to do that? And that's so hard for some folks to not look in the mirror, look at a picture and think bad of themselves.
I don't know. I think because truly I like myself a lot, not just my body. So then the body's kind of just like a body, you know? I think when you really do like love all of you, it's easier to accept your vessel as well. Because like you're in there, you're the magic, you know, it's just a carrying case for your soul, energy, whatever.
A carrying case is true.
So, and it's like, you don't get to choose. I just get a genetic lottery.
I think this isn't your first rodeo, like we were saying before we sat down. And so maybe that lesson was learned in one of your earlier iterations of Braylon.
Yeah, who knows? But I think, it comes back to just really like loving yourself. Then you don't want to be mean to yourself when you love yourself, because you wouldn't want to be mean to your spouse, right? You would never be like, oh, you look so fat to someone you care about.
Right.
But we do that to ourselves.
Right.
So that I just kind of have to look at yourself as somebody else that you care about and that you really love. And then it's easier to be nice to yourself.
So you have the start of puberty.
Yeah.
And that can take a while.
Yeah.
And then somewhere after that, you become sexually active, which is a whole different body phase thing for some people. And then somewhere around 30,
more
you
bodily
see another
changes.
body change. Yeah. And then some people are now experiencing perimenopause, maybe in their 40s. So it's almost like every decade.
Well, and then if you have kids, that's a whole body change. There's a lot of people I see online that really struggle with their bodies during pregnancy, that say they can't look in the mirror and they hate the way they look and they don't feel like themselves, and that it's like really difficult and hard. So that's another one that can throw you.
Right.
I mean, it gets easier if you're younger, you know, you snap right back when you're 20 versus 30, things can linger. And then you don't, you know, even postpartum, you can take a while to lose weight. So if people were really thin before and then they gained a ton of weight in pregnancy, they can like resent their kids for that whole process.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you have menopause.
Yeah.
And then you get postmenopause and stuff just starts to get weird.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know, like you look at your neck flab, or sometimes I look at my hands and I'm like, okay, I don't know.
Whose hands are
my
those?
Arms. Yeah, I do. I'm like, oh, it looks like my mom's hands. I try to say those are good, strong hands. Like they get a lot of work done for me. And they've done a lot of chores and, you know, but I mean, I don't know. We lay in bed and hold our arms up and watch our jiggly skin. And like, so there's a whole other phase of just, I don't know. It's funny. At this point, it's just funny because we don't care.
Yeah.
But I think just, I'm starting to see women like in their 70s and 80s, and they're, they're showing skin.
Yeah.
In a good way, I think. To where it used to be like, cover that up. Nobody wants to see that. But they're just saying, hey, this is what y'all going to look like.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
It's probably helpful if more people are open about that stuff.
So there can be a body image even around, like, oh my God, we didn't even touch on all the Botox and everything to avoid wrinkles and all the fillers that we have and all the things we do to our hair and to try to look a certain way because our body's doing something and somehow I think we're trying to control it.
Yeah.
And it's going to do what it's going to do.
Yeah. Yeah, you see there's a big rise of people going to Mexico for these like super intense facelifts. These like women in their 60s and 70s, and they're coming back and they literally look like they're 40 years younger.
And then what? What happens insane. Then?
I don't know.
Because then isn't that head attached to a wrinkly body?
Yes.
Like I've always wondered, like, what do you do about the neck and, and this skin,
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. We live in a very interesting time with what you can do to your body.
Yeah. I mean, I always come back to how you feel and how you move.
Yeah.
Like moving is so important to me.
Yeah.
And my excess weight or what weight I was at was really getting in the way of me feeling like myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had the mirror thing, but I wasn't quite as good as you, I don't think, at loving that. But I would look at it and be like, that's not the whole me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go away, but I would sort of like not think about it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go do my day because I love what I do and my life is great and I'm good at what I do. And I always was like, at least my hair and my face are okay, I'm just gonna do my Zooms, and that's all we're gonna see.
Yeah.
And so, but I don't know. I think being around you really helped me.
Oh, good. I do remember at one point you told me that me wearing shorts like inspired you to wear shorts.
This is true. And the world has
because when I was a little bit, I gained weight and I was showing my tummy.
Yeah.
And I was wearing short shorts. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to hide this away. And you were like, oh, well, you wearing your little short shorts was like, well, I could just wear my shorts.
It's true. I went through a whole phase where I wouldn't wear shorts and it was so hot.
Yeah.
I was wearing black leggings like all summer. Just because my upper legs were like cellulite.
Yeah.
And it just was like, I was like, no one wants to see that.
Yeah.
But I was hot.
Nobody cares.
It's just like, well, some people do.
Yeah.
Honestly, some people actually do.
Yeah, but they can keep it to themselves.
I guess screw them.
Yeah.
Why would I care what a stranger thought of me?
I think about this all the time. People literally change their actions because of the thoughts of a stranger who they will never see again. They change their habits.
Stuff?
I just think about these things. I thought about that. That's crazy that people are literally going to change their actions, their habits, their desires because of the worries of a thought of a person they're never going to see again.
Right.
Like, I'm going to buy a different swimsuit so when I go to the beach, people aren't staring at me.
Right.
People that I'll never see again.
Right.
I'm not going to buy the swimsuit I want. I'm going to buy one that's going to cover. Like, that, it blows my mind to me. That's giving so much control to other people. And I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah.
You can think what you want about me. You're not going to say it out loud. And if you are, you're not a very nice person. So karma's going to get you.
Karma's going to get you.
I just let karma handle everything. Not my job to enact justice. It'll get you.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
one
good.
way or another.
That's really good.
But yeah, you got to just live your life and be happy with your body. Or get upset with your body and go make changes.
Right.
Do something about it.
Right.
Don't just wallow.
There is this, like, there's a line between you can accept.
Yeah.
That was where I was struggling for. I was accepting, all right, maybe
like,
this is
the
just
now.
The now, who I am. I wanted to feel better.
Yeah. There's something wrong with that.
So I didn't have to hate myself.
No. Sometimes you can use it as fuel a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think that's good
I'm not
even.
hating, but I'm I'm unhappy with the status quo.
Sure.
And I'd like to change.
Yeah. And I think it's okay if you want to look different.
I still love myself.
Right.
But you can also be unhappy with the status quo.
Yeah.
And want to make a change.
For me, it was about moving, mobility.
But that's a much better reason.
Well, I guess.
Than
but
what
if
you see in the mirror.
I like how I look better.
Yeah, of course.
You know, but it's not like
that's valid
that
too.
big of
I
a
think
deal.
you know, if you want to like the way you look better, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But then you have to think about, why do I think this is the superior?
I don't know.
That's where it can get a little funky. Is like, has this just been ingrained in me? Because if you think about like Victorian Renaissance women, like being chunkier was way more beautiful because it meant that you were fed.
You were well fed.
You were well fed.
Yeah.
So
you
it's like
poor.
you look at the nude portraits of those women and they're
now
very
they'd
squishy.
Be like, what's going on? Why
right?
are you putting all the poor people
exactly
on your magazine covers?
They'd be like,
They
those
need to
people
eat
are
some
not
food.
well fed. And so it's interesting that it's like society warps the way that what we think is an ideal body.
Yes, it really does.
So you
Yeah.
can check in with yourself. Is this really what I think is right? Or am I thinking this because this is what I've been indoctrinated into thinking?
I feel like if I guess I don't know the answer to the question.
Like if you didn't have a mirror and you're just living out in the field and you're
I would have
doing,
been
you
like,
wouldn't even think about it.
I don't feel good. Though.
Yeah, you might have had that
and
thought.
I'm having a hard time getting up out of the field.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to be
Yeah.
able to get up off the floor without my hands, which I can do.
Yeah. Good.
But I don't know if it was like if I didn't have pain relief, if I wasn't pre-diabetic, and if I didn't have my cholesterol, like my heart doctor was like, don't come back unless something happens. Why are you here? Because I've seen him every year.
Yeah.
And he was like, and I did all the tests and he was like, your heart is in excellent condition. Are you here because of your family history? I said, yes. And my numbers showed that I was at risk.
Yeah.
You know, so if it wasn't for all of that and it was just the way I looked, I don't know. I probably would have wanted to still go down the Zepbound road, but I was almost like I felt like with all the noise around it that I had to justify it somehow.
Yeah.
So I come in the door going, oh yeah, I lost weight, but I was pre-diabetic.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So if you're not, you're just doing it for vanity.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't have to decide that. I honestly think it's how I felt.
Yeah.
So yeah, the number was a little scary, but just not feeling like myself. I really like to move around.
Yeah.
And I just, there were times when we'd be hiking and I'd be like, oh my God, I can't get up this hill.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, why are you having such trouble? And I'd be like, okay, you put a 30-pound backpack
Yeah.
and climb up the hill and tell me you're not panting. Because that's what I'm carrying that you're not carrying right now. I would have to say that to your dad.
Yeah.
Because he'd be like,
He didn't
what's
get
going
it.
on? And I'd be
Yeah.
like, put on 30 pounds, dude.
Yeah.
Like, wear the backpack, climb up the mountain, see if you're still do. He might have been.
You might have.
But yeah, I mean, he struggles because his is only visual. He doesn't like his belly.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else
Like
happening.
not a single person in the entire world is looking at your stomach. Is what I want to tell him. Literally zero.
I know.
There are zero
I
people
know.
out there looking at a 65-year-old man's stomach and going, he could really afford to lose a
why
little
isn't
of that.
flat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one
I
is
know.
thinking that.
See, so even the dudes can have the hang-ups.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just a girl thing.
No.
Yeah.
Bodies are weird.
And they probably have all weird changes too. They just don't talk about them as
Yeah.
much as we do. Just go out there in the men's co-working and see if we can
Take a
strike
poll.
up a convo. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about your body?
Yeah. You gone through any changes in the last 5 years?
Oh, I'm glad we can laugh about it.
Yeah. You got to laugh at stuff, right?
But I do think you guys, it's such an advantage to be talking about these things because I didn't know any of them were coming really.
Yeah.
I really was like, start your period at 13, go through menopause at 60, nothing happens in between.
Nothing happens in
Yeah.
between. That's so interesting.
I was not told.
Yeah.
And they weren't writing articles in magazines or whatever I was reading
Yeah. Fascinating.
about the changing body. It was just like, you too can look like me if you do the aerobics
Yeah.
enough for.
Ka-chow. Yeah. It is interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like what's not talked about enough maybe is like pregnancy body. Like I feel like that just can hit women so hard still. You're not expecting it.
Well, so
All
many
of
people
those
look so
changes.
different. And then there's the judging
People
around.
judge, oh, I have
Yeah.
a B-shaped belly or I have a
Yeah.
this belly or my belly's not
She just has a
perfectly
basketball.
round. Yeah.
All I had
it's
to do was unbutton my jeans a little. And I'm
crazy.
like, my entire body,
But
my
then you
fingers
have-
got pregnant.
Yeah, that's funny. But then you have people who on the other side are like, well, I didn't get a very big belly. And I look at these other women with bellies and why didn't my, it's like so crazy.
Stop it.
It's crazy.
Wow. Okay.
So it just transcends all parts of womanhood.
It's
constantly comparing and wishing the grass was greener.
That is another topic.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even get to talk a little bit today about the Mastery of Self that I'm reading, but this is fine.
Yeah.
Because I will be further along.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that next time.
Yeah, it's a really fascinating book.
Comparison.
And it's
the grass being greener and all of that.
A lot of how you look at yourself and the world you create for yourself.
Yeah.
It's just a dream world.
Mindset. Again, it's everything.
Boom.
Boom.
Do you have something that you're obsessed with?
Kind of, yes. I started playing Sims again.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's probably been like 2 years since I played.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you building?
Just little houses. Yeah.
Are they having little babies?
No, I haven't put any people in them.
Okay.
Just decorating.
This is 9-year-old Braylon back at it again.
Yeah. It's so fun. I'm having fun.
And then you played Sims again in COVID.
Yeah.
Right?
For a long time. Mm-hmm.
And that got you kind of back on. Didn't that get you on Twitch?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
I started in like 2019.
What made you start?
I don't know. Sometimes you just get the itch.
And
it just sounded fun. Actually, The Sims came out with this collab between Lo-Fi Girl, where they made like a whole new album of Sims Lo-Fi, and I've been listening to like nonstop, and it really made me want to play the game.
That's really cute.
Yeah, it's like all the soundtracks from different games, but lo-fi.
I did my first harmonica lesson.
Oh my gosh, you were saying you were going to do that.
I did it.
Like with a person?
No, on Zoom.
Oh my God.
Not on Zoom, on YouTube.
Oh, cute.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was a boomer moment, and I am not a boomer.
Yeah.
I called YouTube Zoom.
Yeah, that's
that
so
video
cute.
thing that you watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I had my dad's harmonicas.
Yeah, you said that.
Because he played guitar, and then he had the little thing, and he would do the harmonica with the guitar. I don't play guitar.
Yeah.
But even in just one lesson, it was like, oh, I can do this because I understand the structure.
Yeah, your music.
As a musician, all I did was learn how to blow it and control it a little bit. So it's fun. And then last night I sat down. I was trying to play. I'm playing the song "Smile When You Feel Like Crying." That's my latest one. I'm messing with on the piano a little bit, and it happens to be in the key of C, which is what the harmonica is. And so I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm gonna figure out how to play this." So I was one-handing and harmonica. It was really fun.
Cute.
So I just think I've been talking about like artistic expression and coming back to that. And there's times in my life where I'm fidgety and I don't know what to do. And I've just been gravitating towards piano and music. And it's,
genius.
Scratching the itch.
Nice.
So you went back to Sims.
Yeah.
I'm going back to piano.
I love it.
It's great. Love this. This was fun.
It was fun.
Zippity doo-dah. It's
Zippity
another
doo-dah.
episode. Another episode. I apparently cannot talk today.
Some days it's like that.
It is. But we're glad you're here.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. I'm Lynn.
I'm Braylon.
This is Everything in Between.